Since Fallout 4's release, modders have been hard at work changing, improving, and adding to this already brilliant game. But it's still early days, and there are already hundreds of mods out there to choose from. So to help you, we've put together a list of our top 10 recommended mods so far. Kicking us off at number 10 is Simple Intersection. When building your settlement, one of the most frustrating things to deal with is that the majority of fences don't connect properly and leave a sizable gap between the panels. But thanks to this simple but effective mod, you can now slightly overlap the edges of these structures to create a solid wall that looks so much more realistic. And it also works with floors and some other objects. Lowered Weapons is a fantastic mod for anyone looking to bring a little more immersion into their game. It's a simple animation change that will lower your weapon while you're not using it. So when you're walking around town, talking to a shopkeeper, or visiting a friend, it doesn't look like you're about to blow their head off. It's a lot more realistic, and although it can seem a bit strange how your character instantly lowers their weapon after shooting, it's quite livable. And the only real problem is with some of the bigger gun models like the Fat Boy blocking a large portion of the screen. Now, if you're looking for a little more realism, this is a great choice. For many players, running into a legendary enemy is an exciting and scary moment, especially as you run over to loot their corpse and see what awesome items they dropped for you. But if there is a particular mod or particular weapon or armor piece that you really want, the odds of you finding it are seriously low. However, thanks to Legendary Modification, you can now apply legendary mods to items at the crafting benches for a reasonable fee, of course. It doesn't really break your immersion as they aren't cheap to make, and who wouldn't want a never-ending Fat Boy? Improved Map with visible roads does just what its name implies. It brightens the road on your Pip-Boy and makes navigating far easier. It also adds more distinct waterlines, corrects the placement of some of the map markers, and provides some optional features such as numbered grid lines or numbered regions. It's a great little quality of life mod that once you have it installed, you'll wonder how you ever got around without it. If you're the kind of person, like me, who enjoys the post-apocalyptic version of The Sims that is the settlement system, then this is the mod for you. Settlement Supplies Expanded has added hundreds of new placeable items to the settlement builder, including usable chairs and beds, doors that don't need to be attached to walls, interactive objects like barber and surgery chairs, as well as hundreds of static objects like cars, trees, and rocks. If you're looking to upgrade your settlement to the next level, this mod comes highly recommended, and it really opens up the possibilities of the system. And number 5 is another mod for those looking for a little more immersion, but this time it's a bit more graphic than lowering your gun. Enhanced blood textures changes the combat blood splatter, screen blood, and decapitation spurts to high-resolution versions that look much more realistic. You're going to see a lot of blood as you venture through the game, so you're certainly going to get plenty of mileage out of this mod, especially if you're a sadist like me. It's all well and good being a deathclaw slaying, raider killing machine, but what's the point if you don't look good doing it? Armersmith Extended gives you way more customization to your character's look than the base game provides. First, you can wear any outfit under your armor, and whilst there might be some clipping issues with certain items, at least it's no longer the grubby old vault suit. It also lets you wear bandanas and gas masks in combination with any other hats or armor that doesn't cover your face, and adds entirely new outfits to the game, as well as letting you actually mod the outfits themselves. This adds a lot more depth to the character customization possibilities and can bring a lot to your overall experience in the game. An overhaul of the original landscape textures to make them look vastly superior is one thing, but doing it so that the textures are actually using less VRAM than the original ones is just brilliant. Vivid Fallout landscapes is a must-have mod, even if it's just to improve your performance, but it also takes care of some of the less attractive textures in the vanilla game. Its creator has also released Vivid Fallout Rocks, which improves the textures of boulders and stones, which although they don't look too bad in the base game, they certainly look a little better with this enabled. And again, it's using less VRAM than the original textures. If you're looking for something to really boost your immersion in the world, improve the appearance and sound of the game, and altogether make a more exciting, interesting, and dynamic experience, then look no further than True Storm's Wasteland Edition. One of the most popular Skyrim mods has come to Fallout 4 and brings with it new unique weathers and drastically improved versions of those currently in-game. From dust storms to hazardous radiation rain, this mod brings a huge amount to your experience as you venture through the wasteland, and rather than spending most of your time under clear skies, you're instead caught in torrential rain or thick fog on a more regular basis. It makes the world feel more alive and dynamic, and creates a more immersive and interesting experience. We've already addressed a few of the problems in Fallout 4 that have been fixed by these talented modders, but one of the most complained about things when players get their hands on the game were the changes made to the dialogue system. In particular, not knowing exactly what your character was going to say.
It was just me and 1,000 guinea pigs. They turned carnivorous.
Full dialogue interface fixes this by displaying the full line your character will say in the same way we've seen it presented in previous Fallout games. It might not be the flashiest or most exciting mod on the list, but for a lot of players, the paraphrased version of the dialogue we got in the base game was unimmersive and frustrating. With this mod, role-playing becomes easier, the experience is more engrossing, and you feel more in control of your character.
What? The great clockwork dick is stumped?
It's Synth Detective, jackass.
So these are our favourite mods so far, but what are yours? Make sure to let us know in the comments below, and they may get featured in the next Fallout 4 mods video. As always, this has been Dash for Cars saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.